Hi guys, it's Jamie from Journaling with Jamie, and look what I've managed to make. I'm so excited about this. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I only started doing this junk journaling 2-3 weeks ago, and I've made my first, that was bad pronunciation, wasn't it? I have made my first proper junk journal. In other words, I made this cover from an Amazon package and some old scrapbooking paper, and when I say old I mean 15 years plus old. I did the spine, covered it, I've stitched it in properly, well, properly according to the YouTubes that I've been watching, made a little closure with ribbon and thread and beads and the inside. So on one of the videos I did a demonstration of brown envelope journals and how easy those were to make. So that's included in this, plus some papers and some other things that I've been making on my videos. So I thought I'd run you through it so you can see what's in here. So inside, I love this paper, it looks marbly. So inside we have a pocket with a tag. Obviously that's been made. I'm probably going to struggle to get everything back in where it goes now, but never mind. And then, oops, I've just knocked the camera as well. A belly band. This is called a belly band. And in here, the cutest thing, look at this. A little notebook that does up this way. How sweet is that? And it stays sitting in there. And then not every page has got something on, do not worry, otherwise you can see it's already huge. So if every page has something on, it'll be even bigger. These are the envelopes from the envelope style journal video. So in this one, a couple of just papers folded up. So again, you can journal in the papers. And also you can journal here, you can journal on this bit, just stamp that with a bit of a French stamp, again, years old. These are tea stained, and I did that on another video, tea staining. Here, because it was getting quite plump, I had to keep some of the inserts slimmer. So I just have put some tea stained paper with a bit of a more stable top to it. So again, you can write on that and on that. This was from a secondhand shop, a massive book on steam trains and railways within Great Britain. Obviously, a vast interest to me, but the maps were interesting. So I purchased it for the grand total of £2 or $3 American, less than $3 American. And it is packed full of maps. So I've tea stained some of them. This one I don't think was tea stained. So just put that in. I haven't done anything to that because the point about junk journals is sometimes pages just go in. This was a free printable from Scrapbooking With Me on one of her links. I think it was her. So printed that off. Again, you can write on the back. More tea stain paper, more pretty paper, more tea stain paper. So you get the idea. Not every page has got anything going on. This one just stamped pen and ink here so that whoever gets this understands they can write anywhere there's blank kind of pages or pages you can easily write on. Another one of those maps, but this time attached to it is made from the same book, I think, or maybe a different one. I'm not sure. That seems thinner, so maybe a different one. A little envelope that folds out. And on one side, it's 2 envelopes, actually, or 2 pockets. Just a little scrappy bit of paper you can unfold and write on. And on the other side, another tag. This one says, track your days. Don't know what you're going to track, but it's got a little ribbon. Again, this is just lead and collaged. Just so you could write on here, I covered this bit up. So you had like a journaling spot here. And mostly I ink stain around the edges of most papers, not all, but most, to give them a sort of more an older look. This is actually quite bright yellow. So I dulled down the whole thing with ink. The ink I used for that, I think, was a Tim Holtz Distress Espresso. Here's some more of this tea stain paper. Another piece of scrap paper that I had that's Victoriana. More tea stain paper. So loads and loads of journaling space. This is another double envelope pocket. These were free printables. Again, I think the same place, Scrapbooking With Me. And then in this envelope side of the pocket is a tag. And this one is just a grid. And then in the other side, that one's got a paper clip, so you can clip it that way. You can put more in here, but like I say, it's already getting quite fat. Another journaling spot or tag or whatever you want to call that, just tucked in there. Didn't cover this one because, like I say, getting a bit chunky. So more journaling pages. This one I decorated up a little bit, just stamped it with moments, a clock cut out, and a bit of space to write on. And then more journaling pages. More from the railway book. Loads of journaling spots in this, and not so many kind of tucks and pockets, because I get a bit carried away with it, and I thought I'd cut back a little bit. So I've got loads of tags that I've made on other videos still sitting in the basket waiting to be used on something else. More journaling spots. Then in the envelopes again, so these papers were sewn between just, I think it was 6 envelopes, all so those were placed in the middle. Another little, this time with a paper clip, so you have a little tag, and then you've got some more paper. Rose gold paper clip. I thought that was quite a nice little paper clip rather than the usual silver colour. And then you can actually write on here. I just stamped it here as though it's got a postage mark on it. But you could write on that. You can write on this bit. You've got another journaling card, this time quite much bigger. And then in this one's fallen out a little bit. Better watch that. A couple bit more paper that you can open up and write in. You can write on the envelopes, and that stuck this one down. And that is that. And then you have your closure, which is just ribbon and thread sort of sewn together. Little beads that I already had. Stop it pulling through that way. And then that way tied with a bow, but again the little beads. And in the centre here you've also got where I sewed the signatures in, rather than tie off the lace completely into a very tight, well, it is tight, but you'd normally cut your strings here. I left them and just added a couple of beads to them. So there we go, my very first proper, because I did one for Shayna, but I didn't do it very well. My very first proper, made the cover and everything, dyed the papers, the works, junk journal, which I'm rather proud of. So what I thought was, as I did a lot of those brown envelopes, these tea-stained ones, and put them together, I actually have another 3 sets. So what I thought I'd do in the next video is make another one of these, but do it and record it, so maybe if you want to, you can do it. If you don't, if you've never seen anything like that before. So I am super proud of that. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with it now it's done, especially if I make another one for another video. Anyway, that's it. If you know anyone who wants it, by the way, let me know. Anyone who's into this sort of thing. I will make one in my next video, or start to make one, you know, do the cover and do the sewing in or whatever, and then do the decorating in another video, because otherwise it'll take too long, because I'm hardly the speediest at this. It'll only be my second when I make it on camera. So yeah, that's what I'll do next time.